Oh, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm stoked to play Magic again. It's been quite a few years. I have my old Sliver deck. I hope hope it's still powerful. A what deck? Slivers, bro. You don't know? It doesn't matter. You'll see. You'll see. All right, let's just start. Okay, I play a land, pass turn. All right, play my land. I tap it. I play Dwight Schrute, Regional Manager. Now that triggers IP mode, so I get to cast a Bagel from the Amazing Spider-Man set. That's for free. Now that triggers absolute capitalism mode, which lets me play Rick from The Walking Dead and returns from my graveyard SpongeBob SquarePants. What the fuck? I've been playing Magic the Gathering since 1993, and I've seen a lot of wacky shit over the years, but with these universes beyond becoming standard legal cards and all the obvious cash grabs and everything with the IPs, I might have to take a little break. I might take myself a little break from Magic, which I never have, but I'm going to need a new game to play. I don't want to deal with like all those Pokemon scalpers that you see on the internet, so that's out. Flesh and Blood looks cool, but a little complicated. Maybe I can get into Warhammer? No, I guess you do a bunch of math and shit for that. Oh, I know. I'll just make my own fucking game and I'll call it FPV, the rippining. That's right, my little grinderinos. I made my own card game. Card game about FPV pilots trying to ram their various drones into each other's faces and take them out. We got drone cards, we got action cards, we got lipos, there's pilots. I'll talk about that later. This game's got everything. So let me show you how I made this game and how to play it. To keep things simple, I based the game mechanics on Magic the Gathering because I feel like a lot of people have played Magic. So if you know how to play that, you'll be able to play this pretty easy. And this game just uses the basic mechanics of that. So I think it'll be easy to pick up. The only thing I changed was instead of having a casting cost to play the cards like in Magic, you play the cards for free, but you have to use these lipo cards to power up your drones to use them. I'll explain that part too in a bit, but let me show you how I made these cards. So I kind of already knew what I wanted as far as cards. I wanted drones and I wanted action cards. So the drones are used to attack and the action cards are like little power-ups and special things that you can do. Now I'm not a huge fan of AI, but for a little bullshit video like this, it's kind of perfect. If this was an actual product, I would 100% be paying real artists if I was trying to make money off of this. So bullshit it is. I just used Gemini to make like a generic trading card game for drones and sort of refined it from there. It did a decent job on the card frame on the first try, and these chatbots get super confused the more you go, so I ran with it. I was like, this is good enough. Plus it has these little props in the corner, which is super cute. I started off by making the drone cards. I knew I wanted a mix of small light drones and bigger tough ones with more attack and defense stats. Once I got a good mix of the drones, I moved on to the lipo cards. The lipos are like mana in Magic. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. I'm going to explain how to play this game in a bit. The AI really didn't want to make an actual lipo, so we get these square, I guess these are solid state RC car packs or something, and then some 18650s taped together, kind of like a little bomb. With the drones pretty much done and the lipos done, I moved on to the action cards. These are the cards that are going to give your drones the special abilities and do fun things on the battlefield. So the first action card I made was actually the kind of whole inspiration for this project. I wanted to make the card Innocent Child. And this is horrible, this is not funny, but I was like, man, wouldn't it be funny if there was a card game and one of the cards you could play was Innocent Child that like blocked the drone and stopped you from taking damage. So I tried to make that, but Google gave me a little bit of pushback about making a child looking scared and running for its life, which, you know, is good. So we had to settle on this, which I think is even worse given the context. Like the drone's about to take little dude out, and the part where he looks so happy and carefree is kind of fucked up. So that's on Google. That's on you, man. Also kept putting these stupid 1/1 things in the corner. That's why that's there, but that's not gonna be in the final card. Then I just made up like a bunch of funny FPV scenes and had Gemini make the art for them. And it was going pretty well until after the Innocent Child thing, until the Nick Cage card. And Google just refused to make that one. Google was like, no, we're not going to make a Nicolas Cage card. That's fine because Photoshop is for free online now in like 5 places. So I was done with all the basic bullshit AI slop art. The next part was just making a bunch of things up that the cards could do, giving the drones attack and defense stats. Oh, and making sure the actual game works. I made all the card art with Gemini. I used ChatGPT to help me make an attempt at balancing everything. And I think we did a pretty good job. Nothing is like crazy overpowered. It basically was like, hey, I want like a 1/1 drone, a 2/1, a 4/1, and is that gonna work out? And it probably doesn't know what the fuck it's doing any more than I do, but ChatGPT answers so confidently, you can't help but think like, okay, this fucking computer program knows what it's talking about. Okay, so the cards are done, and I put them all into a nice little PDF sheet. I printed them out, I sleeved them, and I played a few test rounds with the homies. It went pretty well, and some things for sure could be tweaked a little bit, but I feel like that's a never-ending chase, right, for making a little game like this. And this is just some bullshit I came up with, again, a couple months ago, so I'm just gonna call it good enough. I mean, that's what every like major video game studio is doing right now, right? They're just like, it's probably good enough, and they're making bank, so Transition. Oh, I wasn't supposed to read that part. Now let me show you how to play it. First of all, there's a link below to download the PDFs to the cards. You can print them out, as well as hopefully by the time this video airs, I'm having some trouble with it right now, but there should be a link to Tabletop Simulator. So you can just upload these cards to Tabletop Simulator on Steam and play it that way. You can also download the physical PDF sheet, print it out and cut it out and play that way, right? Oh, and there's also a rule sheet. Actually, hang on. I'm just going to make a whole little website for this. Yeah, go to ihatebotgrinder.com/card game. And there should be links to everything and an AI slop website to help you do this. With rules, I'll put rules on there too. Let me show you briefly how to play this. Like I said, it plays like Magic, right? So the turn order would be draw, main phase 1, attack, block, main phase 2, discard, end turn, right? Just like Magic. If you've never played Magic, it's just like those words. In each of your turns, you may play one of each card, a lipo card, an action card, and a drone card. You may have unlimited lipo cards in play, but only 4 drones at a time in play. Action cards are discarded after use, so they don't need a limit. You may not play lipos or drones on your opponent's turn, but you may play one action card either before they announce their attackers or before you announce your blockers. After main phase 1, you may announce an attack. To do this, you must have a drone on the battlefield that was there before the start of your current turn. So the drone you played last turn can attack this turn. The drone you just played this turn cannot attack this turn. If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, this is summoning sickness, but for drones. Each drone has a lipo count on it, so to attack, you take that many lipo cards and you turn them sideways, or tap them, and that powers up your drone to attack. Let's say you have 2 drones out with a total lipo cost of 5, but you only have 4 lipos in play. Well, one of those drones can't attack, right? You need 1 more lipo. Is this making sense? After you announce your attacking drone, the defending player may announce a blocker or blockers, then the defending player may play 1 action card before combat resolves. Combat timing happens exactly like Magic the Gathering. However, you may only block 1 drone with 1 drone. You cannot use 2 drones to block 1 drone. Your drones have an attack and defense stat. So let's say a 2-1 drone goes up against a 1-1 drone. They do damage to each other at the same time, so both of them die because both of them have defense stats of 1. Make sense? After combat, you have an additional main phase to play a drone, lipo, or action card if you didn't do that already during your first main phase. Remember, only 1 drone, 1 lipo, and 1 action card per turn can be played, but it can be played on either your first or second main phase. After that, you discard down to 7 cards if you need to and pass the turn to your opponent. And that's how you play the fucking game. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. If you've played Magic, it plays exactly like that. If you've never played Magic, read the rules or replay this over and over again until it makes sense. I don't know. It's pretty fun. I've been playing it for a couple of weeks now and I've been having a good time. Like I said, there will be a link to the full rule sheet. I had ChatGPT double check it, but I didn't double check that, so it's probably wrong. You know what? I had this idea a while ago and I was like, for real, I was like, oh, that instant child thing would be funny. So I just made the card game and you can print out the PDF. I put mine in sleeves, which makes it easier to like play, but you can just print it on paper or whatever and try to pull them apart. But this was a lot of work. This was a ton of fucking work. I don't think, like this video is probably not even gonna be that long. It's probably gonna be like 8 minutes. I haven't worked so hard on it. Oh, well, look at this. Look what's going on here. I guess my microphone died, the battery died or came unplugged. There's another like 3 minutes of talking about this game and some dumb shit and begging for money for my dentures. Like legit, I'm editing this right now and I'm like, oh, no dialogue. So I don't want to go back to my studio. We're just gonna do the outro from here. Thanks for watching my stupid card game video, everybody. I hope somebody downloads, I hope at least one of you. This was a lot of work, like I was saying. I hope at least one of you downloads this stupid game and prints it out and tries it. Appreciate all my patrons. Shout out all my patrons for continuing to be patrons, even though I'm in a downward spiral of not flying FPV. Next video, there's a drone, though. I promise you, the next video that's coming out has a drone in it. It's not an FPV drone. This companies be sending me, like, e-bikes and shit, you know? This company sent me it's on the floor. Hover Air X1 Pro Max. One of those, it's like a camera drone, right? Like you just throw it in the air and you ride your bike and it follows you. It looks kind of sick. So I was like, yeah, give me that. I'm gonna do a video on it. That's coming up. Maybe I'll talk about my Bitcoin miners. Speaking of teeth, if you're unaware, I went to the dentist for the first time in 20 years and I have severe periodontal disease and I need all of my teeth taken out and replaced with dentures. I don't have any money for that. So I bought a Bitcoin lottery miner for $100 instead of putting that money towards teeth. So I can win 100 grand and get a sick ass like silver grill or something. I'll do a video on that if that interests you. Let me know in the comments if you want to talk about Bitcoin miners. Actually, I have 3 of them now. Become a patron today. You watch all my videos first. I still send out monthly stickers to everybody and they're cool. So become a patron, get stickers, watch all my videos first. You get chat with me and stuff. All right, that's all for the panhandling part. I love you all. Thank you very much for watching this video. I promise next time will be better. Maybe, probably not. Okay, bye. FPV, the rippining.